Yo guys, what's going on? Acez here today with another video. In today's video, I wanted to discuss the hardcore wipe for patch 16.8 here in Escape from Tarkov. There's been a ton of negativity about it across all socials, across all platforms really. There's a ton of streamers who don't like it. There's a ton of people who just do not like anything about the hardcore wipe. And I'm here to tell you that I think it's the best wipe in years, and I'm going to kind of give you my reasoning behind it. Now, I'm not saying I speak for everybody, but I certainly think, as somebody who hasn't really enjoyed PvP for many years, that this has been the most enjoyable PvP experience that I have had in a very long time in Escape from Tarkov. Do me a huge favor, make sure you're dropping a like on this video here today, and of course consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to watch some of my PvP raids, they're going to be on the Acez TV channel, where we're uploading every single raid. Everything is completely uncut, so it's kind of like a stream format, except it's not a stream. It's a video. Now, I want to start by addressing probably the main complaint with players right now, and that is the lack of task. And then probably after that is the fact that there are forced transits that have bad spawns. I think is probably the biggest two things right now for players. A lot of other people upset about the scav timers. I understand it. I do think an hour and 15 minutes to an hour and a half is a little rough, but at the same time, you should be playing on your PMC. If everybody's trying to scav in on a hardcore wipe because they're too scared to go in on their PMC, then there's not going to be enough servers for those scavs to play on because there's not enough PMCs playing on their PMC. So the scav timers right there, it's probably all I'll talk about that. In my opinion, it actually makes sense. The lack of task is definitely something 3, 4, 5 years ago when I was playing Escape from Tarkov probably would have bothered me, but I have been doing the same task for like 6 years now. I do not need to find the same pocket watch. I do not need to get 3 Salewas, and I certainly do not need to try and take a car extract on ground zero for 40,000 rubles right now. I just am not interested in doing any tasks. So as somebody who personally hates tasking, specifically in PvP, I actually really enjoy it over on PvE. It's a lot less stressful, but on PvP, I do not like tasking, and you know, the moment I would ever get to Shoreline or Lighthouse task, it's just like I don't even want to play the game anymore. Not having any tasks to worry about and just actually getting to enjoy Escape from Tarkov and the grittiness, the hardcore aspect of the game, like just getting down and dirty with some PvP, has been really fun and enjoyable. I have been taking the approach of not caring as much because I know I can always fall back on PvE if I get too annoyed with PvP. But that simply hasn't happened yet. I played PvP Tarkov for 6 hours yesterday. That's 6 hours more than in the last 2 years. And the fact that I played for 2.5 hours, took a break for an hour, and was like, man, I just have that itch. I just want to play more. That is not something I've experienced in Tarkov PvP in probably 3, 4 years. I do understand the lack of task kind of gives players no direction. They don't really know what to do. And don't get me wrong, if they're going to add 4, maybe even 5 prestiges, apparently there's a 5th prestige that's hidden. If you're going to put 5 prestiges in the game, people need to do their task. It's like they want to get through those tasks as quickly as possible, especially if you're going into 1.0 by the end of the year. I mean, how are players supposed to prestige if they can't get their tasks done? I understand that, but at the same time, just enjoy a little bit of the early white PvP. That's when the gunfights are the best. That's when the game is the most fun, when it's gritty, when it's, you know, not just one-tap central. Like, when you're actually mag dumping and you're repositioning and you're healing and you're throwing nades and, you know, there's just so many great aspects of early white PvP, and I really do fear that with all this negativity and backlash that BSG is just going to kind of tap out. And, you know, in a week, everybody's going to have max traders and all their tasks done, and then they're going to get off the game anyway. So it's like, why would BSG change anything? All the people who are crying, they're going to be crying in a week that there's nothing to do. Now, I will say, the transit thing is a little interesting. I think, you know, that was kind of poorly managed and poorly planned. I know Stankrat had put out a really decent tweet, like, maybe even a week ago, about the transits and how the spawns would be absolutely smoked if they didn't adjust for it doing forced transits. And they simply didn't. They just didn't. When you are transiting, you could spawn with other teams. You're still spawning in extremely close proximity to other players. And, you know, going to another map via transit, almost all the PMCs are dead within the first 3 to 5 minutes of the raid off spawns. You can't even get to the inner portion of the map. So I completely understand it's a little rough, to be honest with you. They definitely need to work on it. I believe I saw a tweet from Nikita saying that he is working on at least the fact that you're spawning with teams. I don't know if they're working on spawn proximity or not, but it's definitely an issue. I won't sit here and deny it. As for literally everything else, when it comes to meds getting nerfed, not being able to go in your container, love the change. I definitely will say there's absolutely no point of like bringing a Grizzly into raid anymore. I think I saw last night there was a change implemented where you could put your CMS in your special slot. So if that's actually a thing, that's definitely helpful. But it's just like, it does hurt to not be able to put meds in the pouch because it's really expensive to buy this stuff right now in the game, especially when you have like no loot spawning on the map. That is definitely one that I was really noticing. Reduced trader sell prices. It's gritty. It's hardcore. And yes, while it does kind of suck to not be able to bring all your heals in, it makes you value your life a little bit more. And it really does bring out the true to form Tarkov experience when you're supposed to play slow. This isn't Call of Duty. You're not supposed to W key everything. You want to do that? Hey, Arena, you got a fresh account over there. Hit some Arena. When it comes to Tarkov, it's a slower paced game. All right, it just is. It's the way it's evolved. So as for this gritty rattiness where you're playing super slow, I actually love it. I absolutely love it. I used to be the W key play fast like 5 years ago, and then when the inertia changes happened, it's just like I never really found my groove again in PvP, and playing a lot slower, not giving a flying fuck about what happens in my kit. Not taking the game nearly as serious because you always have PvE to fall back on when you just need to relax. It's a completely different mindset, and I gotta say, for the first time in years, I'm actually really enjoying PvP, and right after I'm done uploading this video, which should go live sometime today on the 10th, it's currently 5 a.m., trying to get a little bit deeper into the day so I don't run into as many of the morning cheaters. I gotta say, I'm just itching to play more. I'm gonna go play more. And to all my PvE viewers, this is the first time I think I can confidently say that if you are going to try PvP again, this is the one to try. Now, if you do not like the hardcore aspect, if you do not like the challenge, if you want to be on easy mode, stay on PvE. PvE is easy mode. But right now, PvP feels really good. It feels really good. And I can confidently say, once 1.0 comes out, I probably won't touch PvP again because half of this stuff isn't going to stick. Everybody's going to cry about it the entire time this wipe is going on. And then 1.0 comes out and everything's back to normal. No more hardcore. And I'll be right back to PvE 1.0. I'll never touch PvP again. But as for right now, I think this is the one to not skip. A lot of other people are telling you to skip this wipe. I think this is the one you play. I think this is the one where you just do not take it serious. Just rat around, have a good time, and just enjoy the hardcore Tarkov experience. I'm probably in the small minority in saying that this is the best wipe in years. And I'm going to stick to that. And if you don't like that, that's fine. I genuinely don't care. I am primarily a PvE channel, as I already said. When 1.0 comes out, I'm probably going to be on PvE. I'm certainly not going to be grinding up to that content on PvP. So I'm just kind of enjoying this little blip in time of PvP kind of feeling good for once. And I think you should too. Let me know if you guys are still my old crowd PvP viewers. Let me know how you're enjoying the wipe. And if you're part of my PvE crowd and, maybe you're a little interested, try it out. Let me know if it's not for you. You always got PvE to fall back on, as I've already said multiple times. That's the beauty in it now. If you have a bad 5-10 raids on PvP, just get on PvE. You're fine. Just vibe out on PvE. And then if you want to go back, try it out a little more, go for it. Do it. And if you don't, you stay on PvE. And it's still a win-win. So that's my take on it. The only reason I'm even making this video is because all I'm seeing is negativity. That's all I'm seeing. I think I maybe saw 2 people that have said that they're enjoying the patch. I think I saw maybe Gino was one of them. And then like maybe one other streamer. Everybody else is just up in arms. They're raging. They're crying. They're screaming and shouting and throwing a fit on Twitter and adding Nikita. It's just like, guys, just play the fucking game and shut the hell up. I mean, just enjoy it. It's for all these streamers, it's literally their fucking job. It's I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it. It's like for me, YouTube is not a job. I just enjoy it for what it is. For the people who are crying about it, it's like you're gonna be on the game regardless, and you are getting paid to play video games. Let's reset here. Let's refocus. So that's my take. Let me know what you guys think. How are you enjoying the hardcore wipe? If you genuinely hate it and you want to just tell me why, go for it in the comments. You know, if that you're entitled to that. I would love to know what is genuinely bothering you. And I completely understand that the task thing is a big one for people. They want to do their task. They want progression. They don't just want to play, you know, the looter shooter survive simulator. I get it. But I think it's great. And I'm definitely going to be playing more. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.